Howdy folks, it's Sonelias and welcome to this Let's Play of Stellaris. I'll be taking you through the Let's Play number 32, so we're going to carry on from the last Let's Play as humans. So just go into the actual screen, or loading the game itself. Let's briefly recap on what we've done previously. We had previously joined the alliance with the Oscox and the Hur Alabava, and we had basically in the last session expanded our colonies down here. And we'd also met two of those fallen empires down south here. And we've got a few missions in terms of what we're going to have to survey, etc, down there as well. One of those missions I believe I've done before, which is the one for the Dathnak relocation. So I've got about a year left on that particular one. I just need to basically get in touch with the Talakur Forerunners to see if I can get civilian access to that system there to be able to facilitate that movement. Let's just briefly collapse some of these sections down here. So as you can see, I'm building another colony ship on Earth at the moment. I'll issue instructions for another one once I got enough resources again for that. Let's first off get in touch with this particular empire here to see what I can do about getting that civilian access to that particular region. So I'm going to offer them a trade deal here. And in that trade deal, I'm going to try to get that border access for civilian. So I only need it for about 10 years. Now what can I offer them? I can offer them resources, which doesn't seem to make any difference whatsoever to them. So what can I do for them? Does that make any difference for them? So they don't seem to be interested in anything at all, do they? Station rights? Military access? Nope, they don't want any of that. I can offer my star charts. Active sensor link? They don't seem to be interested in that either. Non-aggression pledge? No. What can I basically do to motivate them? There doesn't seem to be anything at all to basically motivate them as such. Let's just give them a non-aggression pledge. See if that basically makes them a little bit friendlier towards us. And let's see where that takes us. Otherwise, I'm just not going to be able to complete that particular mission. So let's get the ball rolling again in terms of all the other items. Our research is progressing nicely. In about 9 months or so, we should be getting our additional tactical or strategic resource to be displayed. Let's see what's actually happened here. They've accepted our offer. Good. They have the Oscox Star Coalition has declared the Rutharian Confederacy their rival. Good. Again, you see some of those nice features of the last Clark patch on here, which really gives you the ability to see more around the different diplomatic notifications.
Complete.
Sadly, our linguists have been unable to understand the entirety of the alien language used in the old documents, so one of our projects has failed, which is unfortunate. But we do gain some influence. Have I still got a mandate here? Orbital research mandate, so 2 out of 4. So I should still be building some additional ones. With this one I'm building... Does it show me what I'm building? It doesn't show me necessarily what I'm building. Too bad.
Construction complete.
So one of my construction vessels has completed an item of production here. And that's basically, I was building us some military stations here. I want to be able to defend this location here from any potential invasion. So this is really at the border here with this other race. What are they called again? The Great Zeran Imperium. I just want to be able to protect that colony world that I got over here from any potential hostility. My colony ship is ready, and I should at the same time, let's have a look. So my colony ship is ready, which is near Earth. I don't think I've got enough resources yet. Actually I do. Oh, interesting. I can now choose which person I want to send on there. Are they going to be quick learners? Yes, yes, yes. The key difference here is fanatic individualists, xenophile, individualist. So they're going to be good for continental worlds. Okay. So it looked like earlier on I didn't get that kind of message up at all. Continental preference is listed here again as well. So let's have a look at where I've got some colonies where I could, or potential planets I could send this to. That is oceanic. I'm kind of inclined to go towards the southwest here. I got a continental planet there. Unfortunately that's occupied, so I can't establish a colony there. Oceanic. This one here is a Gaia planet. That sounds interesting. Anything closer to home? A tropical world. 13 size. Another tropical world. And an oceanic world. This one here, oceanic. So let's take this one here, the tropical world of size 21.
System survey complete.
Let's enter that particular orbit for the moment being. Finished a survey here, it looks like. One of my research vessels, which is down here. And from here, there's quite a bit of further place I could explore here. So I'm just going to set it to survey additional systems here. Another construction vessel has completed a mission here, it looks like, in terms of construction. I'm going to issue that further construction orders. And the same goes for this one here. Now I want to build over here a military station. Good. Looks a little bit odd, this particular ship, I would say, but I guess that's some kind of shuttle bay, which will launch those construction drones. Trying to basically create it as close to the border of the previous one to basically get as big an overlap between them as possible, which should help in the defense, my apologies, of that system. So again, I've basically completed a survey here with this research vessel. I like that planet. Where are we? Are we down south there? Continental. Nice. Survey the next system, which is really along the border of that fallen empire there. Not too much concern over that. And I do have another construction ship that's ready to move on to a next project. Now I do need some resources for this, but I'm going to be building a research station here. Another 2 months to go in terms of this particular research project. Research speed is boosted by about 11%, 18% on this one, which is through the administrative AI as well as the actual person doing it. So the research speed.
Research complete.
So I've completed that research. Now what do I want to focus in on next? Do I want to do the fortress? No, I don't want to do the robotic army. I guess I kind of want to avoid that, I think. Upgrade robotic workers. I want to basically go for the advanced mineral processing. It should be about 44 months, it says, which is fine. Some of our construction vessels have again completed individual components. So this one has completed that military outpost here. I built one more, and then finally I should be building one further down here. Just want to basically put enough defenses up around here to be able to support everything. Now I just completed my mandate, it looks like, which is great. Moving on to the next construction vessel here. Assign that towards actual mining in the system here. And then this one here has just completed this research station. Good. And I do have... Is that within my... No, it's not within my territory. It's just outside of my territory. Which is fine. No problem at all. What I do want to do, I want to basically build an outpost over there, because that particular system contains a planet that's got a life form, or at least existing entities on there. So Stone Age primitives are living on there. Basically getting that within my range will allow me to basically start influencing them if I wanted to. Complete another survey up here, which in this instance I want to basically allocate this ship towards further exploration of systems. Okay, some of my allies are actually in these systems as well. I thought I had a migration access agreement already with them. Okay, maybe not. The conditions of Tulak Rung have deteriorated to the point where the Dathnak can no longer be saved. The radiation is spread across most of the atmosphere, and the Dathnak survivors have retreated even deeper towards the planetary core, where communication with the servers is no longer possible. Unfortunate. So, I'm pretty sure early on in this particular Let's Play, I actually have done that mission already. So I don't know why it came up again. Maybe it's the fact that we basically patched the game up to the latest build. I don't know. Maybe that is what's caused it. We just need to have a look at that. Okay, so our second fleet is this one here. Now what I've just done, I basically allocated a quick bookmark to that. I just pressed Control and followed by one of the numbers on the keyboard, which will then allocate that particular number towards that particular fleet. So in this instance I've basically done that on fleet number 2. Now I've got them there up. Is it up here? Yeah, it's up here, not down there. Where is this particular fleet? That's the same one I'm actually looking at. I was looking for this one here. So this one is those R44 class ships. I don't want to do anything with that. I do want to do something with this one here, which is up there, and I want to benefit that join us. No. Is that the 5th fleet? Mitrex class. Yes, I want to have them join us up there. What am I doing down there? 5th fleet. Ah, I should have joined them up earlier already. That's why they're down there. Okay. One construction vessel is ready and waiting for me to allocate some new jobs to them. I got nothing to do down here for the moment being, it looks like. Why is that one in yellow? I don't know. Let's move here. Let's find out if there is a particular reason why that is in yellow. Should be completing that research shortly here. The research alternatives +1. So again, I'm trying to basically expand that holding down here.
Colony established.
Ah, just established another colony, which I'm assuming is up here.
Anomaly found.
Just hold on for a second. That's okay. It's within my current territory up here, which is fine. It does give me actually access to an extra system here. An ancient orbital shipyard drifts in silence above this world. It's been significantly battle damaged. Let's just have a look at it anyways. So these two fleets, they can be merged. Which is fine. Larger fleet is good.
System survey complete.
So one of my scientists has gained a level, which is fine. I've completed another construction over here. And I will build another military outpost, but I'll build a bigger one in this particular instance. So I want to make sure there's properly defended this particular system here. I want to be able to maintain this, even if the other empire, who I'm now bordering with, were to declare war upon me and tries to invade this system.
Research complete.
Well, I might not actually be able to destroy them completely, but at least I'll be able to hold them off longer to be able to give us some chance of being able to win there. Blue shard thrower. I'm quite close to actually completing that one, it looks like. So in 6 months' time I'll complete that research. While conducting their survey, the UMS Armstrong detected the remains of an automated shipyard in orbit. It is at least 1,000 years old and seems to have subject to a heavy missile bombardment, but one of its manufacturing bases is still in working condition. Power can be restored, but it would be a significant project. Interesting.
Situation log updated.
So that project is listed here. Track it on the map. Let's go there. Let's see what we can actually do. I will set that research project to basically commence after I surveyed the rest of that particular system here, which is close towards this fallen empire. Could potentially be one of their former colonies. One of my ships has just completed itself here. Now where do I want to send these guys? Well, there are some planets up here that I could colonize potentially. There's a tropical world up there. That is really close to the border of some of those other ones. Have I got any particular planets here that I've not colonized yet that I could colonize? Ideally I want to basically go for something I already have and just allocate additional bits to there. Now let's put this one in orbit over here for the time being. That means of course that I've got no further construction here on this system as such, so I'm going to basically build one more colony ship. Again, individualists, Xenophiles, Alliance influence cost, Fanatic individualist. I'm also going to basically upgrade this space station to the next level. Anything else I can do at this point in time? No, just because I'm short of resources there. Hold on, let's briefly look at what's going on here. So a particular fleet of ours has been repulsed from this system here because we found that it's basically... the Rutharians have taken that system. That's really squeezing our borders here. Interesting. Can I give them a warning? Do I want to send them an insult? Maybe better not. They are arthropods. How lonely and selfish your citizens must be. In your mad quest for individualism, your government has failed utterly to give them purpose. Really? I'm not aware of any of that, but okay. I cannot declare war because we're still in a truce for the next... Oh, only about 10 days or so. Good, but we do have a non-aggression pact pledge for at least the next 5 years after that. Which is fine. Okay, got repulsed from that system. I did complete a military station here, which is good. Do I want to build an extra one here? Maybe. Yep, that should be the final one in that particular system. Now let's go to some of those other construction vessels that I've got ready here. I can do a research station there, but it's not within our borders is what it says. Now I have to wait for this one here to complete the frontier outpost first. That's fine. This ship here has completed its survey, so I'm going to allocate it to the survey of the next system. This colony ship is waiting for me, which is down here. How do I get that to be closer to us? Is there any way of doing that? I don't think there is, in actual fact, so I guess I'm just gonna have to colonize this world. And I guess I hope for the best. What are these? Oh. What is that? Is there population here? Fungoid, pre-sentient. Trait, starborn, tropical preference. We cannot move pups on planets owned by others. Is this planet owned by another? I don't see anything of that listed there. That's fine. Fungoids. Okay, well let's colonize this world anyways. Initial colony building will go down here. Okay, let's see what will actually happen there then if we basically were to put a colony down there. I don't know what to think of that. I didn't even realize there was another population on there. Another colony ship here. Did I do anything with them? Yeah, I can basically build another mining station there. It's really at the edge of our space over here.
System survey.
Now, I do want to start doing something about actually securing some of these systems here slightly better. The ship has completed its survey here.
Research complete.
Surveying the next system. Research has been completed. The blue shard thrower. I will basically invest energy into what I'm going to invest energy into now. Capacitor fields. What are those? Capacitor fields. Defensive aura support. Support. Ship mounted capacitor fields. Power usage. So that gives a boost towards shield regeneration. Interesting. It's an expensive one though. I can do the assist of research. Planet fortification toughness or energy storage. Now, energy storage would always be an interesting one. It actually allows me to upgrade my power hubs as well. So I'm going to focus in on that one for the time being. The near sentient natives of Zanzibar are causing a ruckus on the outskirts of our colony. Something about the United Nations of Earth's continued presence here visibly agitates them as packs them scurry to and fro between the settlement's borders and some unknown point to the east. Either we drive them off gently if possible and try to figure out where they are going. That might be an interesting choice for us to take. Now, a group of xenologists has departed the colony together with a contingent of military personnel tracking the movement of the native life forms. What they found were the remains of some ancient sea ship individual, evidently the nucleus of some small primitive civilization, long since decayed into nothing. The dominant native species of Zanzibar seems to be the product of some age-old seeding of genetic manipulation program. Going by the structures surrounding the seed ship, they were once distinctly tribal with greater intelligence and even a rudimentary written language. We cannot begin to guess what caused their species-wide devolution, but their behavior makes more sense now. On some instinctual level, they recognize us humans as similar to their original uplifters from the stars. Perhaps our ordered society calls out to some instilled impulse to order, drowning out their baser nature. Maybe we can eventually ease their evolutionary anxiety by uplifting them to our level, but for now, we have gained valuable insight into the manipulation of organisms by ancient spacefaring cultures, which will give us some actual boosts in terms of some of our research. Great! Wow. Okay, let's pause the game here. Let's basically work our way through some of these here. So we basically have surveyed a system here, which I have already done something with. This one is another survey that was completed, which we completed, and I basically am now working on this research project, so perfectly fine again. Another one of our, is that a researcher? Yeah, another scientist here has basically gained a level. fine. I do have an embassy that was recalled by the Cormantanis. We rather terminate our ambassadorial program for the time being. Now, guys, what's going on? What is going on between us? So you are wary of us, which is fine. I'm going to offer you a trade deal. That was my intention, at least. So we got a plus 12 in terms of their opinion of us. Now we got border friction, which is basically reducing significant amounts of that. They call us individuals, rabble. Interesting. Non-aggression pact we got with them, and we grant civilian access to them, and we are trading with them. Now we are going to extend our non-aggression pledge for a further period of how long? I don't know. Let's see what we can do to get them to agree to this. They won't, so let's just say we are going to be not aggressive to you guys. Send that to them and see how long we can maintain that. And in reality, I'd just like to say thank you again for joining me for this Let's Play, and hopefully I'll see you on the next recording.